Hi, I'm Margie Wescott. I'm a social studies teacher at Jordan. I teach civic literacy and AP psychology, and I'm happy to be here. I chose history kind of out of process of elimination. It was my favorite subject in school, and so it just felt good. But in terms of civics, I remember my high school civics teacher was like one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. I still know him today, and I really wanted to bring the energy that he brought to civics to like future people. And also there's so much happening in the world right now, and there's so much civics happening all the time. And I know it can feel really scary and really intense. And so I like being like a safe person to be like, hey, everything is happening. Don't panic. Let's talk about it. And then psych is just fun. So Jordan was literally just a stroke of luck. When I was a student teacher, I applied to be an intern pretty much anywhere in Durham Public Schools. But Durham Public Schools is really selective about who they choose undergrad because they have so many great like students in the master's program, both at UNC and Duke. But Mr. Murray is a App State grad, so he saw my resume on the pile and went, okay, I'll give her a chance. And so I've just been here ever since. But so I just stayed here because like I loved the community and I loved my coworkers. And like teaching is hard and bad, but if you have a good community and a good support system, it makes it so much easier and so much brighter. So I guess my like bright moment would just be like building community here and like making my own little family. And just every year is hard, but every year is also just like so good with the people that I work with. Mine is to deliver instruction and deliver facts and deliver information as like a jumping off point, especially in social studies where I can give you the facts and then it's up to you to do research and really grow your own opinions. But I think also it's a teacher's job to be a safe space, whether it be a safe space for learning, a safe space for discovery, a safe space to just like be every day in case you might not have another safe space or an additional safe space. But I think that just, I pride myself that I do think that my room and my instructional space is somewhere that everyone feels like they are good and they can learn and they can ask questions. And for that hour and a half that I have them, like we're feeling good, I think. I loved school. I loved it so much. Ever since I was little, I knew that I loved school. And pretty much my whole life, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. The type of teacher I wanted to be changed. But I knew that I really wanted to do, well, what it was I worked with elementary schoolers and I hated it because they were sticky and they talked too much. And then middle schoolers are just like kind of frightening. So then high school, I really knew for sure I wanted to do it. When I was in high school, because I remember I had a history class and our teacher was gone for a really long time. I think she like had a baby or something. I don't know, but she was gone. And slowly but surely, the long-term sub we had started like relying on me to give instruction because I knew a lot of the stuff already because my dad was a historian. And so if like we were learning about something and someone had a question, it would be, oh, just go ask Margie. And I realized that I was really good at yapping, specifically about history and like telling it like a story and like just kind of having fun with it. So I loved school and I loved teaching history even when I was a history student. So this was kind of my only option. I have two things. The first one is that if you need help, ask for it, because so many people are here for you and support you, but they don't know that you need help if you don't ask for it. And then the other thing, this is something that I have to remind myself of like pretty constantly, is the light you see in others is a reflection of what you hold in yourself. So I think a lot of times in life, we tend to compare ourselves to people and we tend to say, oh, like, they're so wonderful, they're so funny, they're so smart, I wish I could be. But the thing is the reason that you can see and acknowledge those good things about that person is because you have them. If you didn't have them, you wouldn't know what they are. So I think it's really important to remember that the light you see in others is a reflection of what you hold in yourself. Yay.